Hello everyone, welcome to our first microcontroller Arduino tutorial. Okay, let's just hop right into it. Okay, we saw the commercial sites yesterday, or in the previous video, where I buy a lot of my stuff. Now, our focus today is briefly on this site, because we're going to install the software, but I want to get right into work. We want to start testing some sensors and getting some feedback on them. And anyway, so let's start with the official site. This is the Arduino site, and it's up here. Arduino. It's actually, if you look down in the description, it'll be there too. Arduino.cc brings us here. Okay, the first thing, let's assume that we've already purchased our Arduino. Now here they have a list of all the different Arduinos too. Remember I was showing you on the sites? This one, if you turn this over, there's actually, I don't think they show another picture of it, but I think I showed you on the other site, you could actually put an XB there. So we're going to be concerned with basically this one, and I'm going to tell you the difference between these two as well. But let's not get into that right now. First, let's download the software. Okay, so first thing we want to do is download the software. There's Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever flavor it is you're doing. I actually have Windows 7 here, so that's what we're going to install. So I'm going to select Windows. I'm going to save the file. And see, downloads, Arduino, save. So I'm downloading the code now, and while that's downloading, let's go take a look at the install instructions. So right here is, where the download is. We've got getting started, reference, environment, examples, foundations, and FAQ. Similar to what we saw on the Adafruit site. Let's select getting started. But let's select Windows. Okay, getting started with Arduino on Windows. This document explains how to connect your Arduino board to the computer and upload your first sketch. So I'm not going to sit here and read this to you guys. Basically, it's download the Arduino environment, which we are currently doing, or which we have actually done. Connect the board. So we're going to connect I have the Demulevs, I don't have the Unos yet, and it doesn't even say Uno here, they're so new. The picture's here, but, oh no, there is, Arduino Uno. So connect the board. Install the drivers. Plug in your board, wait for Windows to begin the driver installation process. After a few moments, the process will fail despite its best efforts. Now I actually did this on work on a Windows 7, and it didn't fail. But we'll follow this. We'll open up the device manager, look under the COM ports, which is what I did in work. I actually tried to do this already. I was staying late in work the other day. It's Saturday right now. Last night I was staying late to try to do this. It's Saturday morning now, and this is a new attempt following these instructions. But anyways, I've done this many times on other ones. This is actually what the Arduino IDE looks like. And there's just so much information on this site. Sometimes I wonder if I even have to do tutorials on Arduino, but I'm going to do them anyway. Okay, so we've downloaded the software. Let's open our download location. Arduino. So the first thing we want to do is unzip it. And in Windows 7, that's easy. I just take this from the zip file and drag it over to Arduino. And okay, well, this looks like it might take a couple of minutes. So I can either do the magic of video and move forward, or we could go back here. Let's actually go back here. So once again, download the Arduino environment, connect the board, install the drivers, launch the Arduino application, open the Blink example, select your board. Remember I told you there's many boards and you have to select the right board. Like I've got a 168 here, Demuliv, and a 328 here. The Uno only comes in 328, so so you select which board you have because you're going to have to communicate with that board. Select your serial port. I'm surprised they don't show that. But under here, you'd select Tools, Serial Port. I'm actually going to show you that. And select the COM port. Now, every time you plug in a new Arduino, it's going to take a new COM port. That could be a pain in the butt. But this, I think we're pretty clean on this one. I don't know if I had an Arduino hooked up to this computer or not. But, okay. Let's go over to hardware for a minute. See if we're finished. We're about halfway on the unzip process. Okay, this is the Arduino Uno. Let's actually go back to here, because there's two Arduino Unos. One is this that has the chip here. This is a through hole. You can actually pop this out of here, this socket, an IC socket, and use it, like I mentioned yesterday, use it in other projects, use it in a proto board or what have you. Now this Uno is pretty much identical to this Uno, except it has an SMD, which is a surface-mounted device, which is not a through hole. You didn't put it, actually soldered to the surface. It's real tiny. I don't know why they didn't make this board smaller, probably so that the shields would still fit to it. But anyway, so this is a smaller one. So once you buy this, that's it. When you use this, you use the board. Unless you're going to unsolder this little chip here and put it in somewhere else, which is unlikely. That's it. So be careful which one you buy. I usually buy these ones just because, you know, I have the option. Actually, I told you before, this is a nice little compact board too. Yesterday I had mentioned that I use this board and I hook up the FIDI cable. I solder the pins in here. I hook up the FIDI cable, do what I need to do, and then I put it in a prototyping board that we saw during our soldering tutorial. There's all kinds of different proto boards. So, but you could actually, if you don't want to go that far and you just want to use a USB cable, you could use this Nano. Now, the Nano, you hook the USB, but it uses a different cable. This uses a mini USB cable, and this is, we already went through this one, and you'll see this one today again. So you got to make sure you have the right cable for the job. This is the lily pad, and you need a FIDI cable for it. And so there's all these different ones, but let's see. Oh, good. I can stop talking now. We have our software. Okay, so here's our software. Now, before I actually plug in the Arduino, here's our drivers, actually. So when it fails, we're just going to go here and get the drivers. But I didn't fail and work yesterday. But anyways, before I do anything else, what I want to do is I want to right-click this, and I want to create a shortcut. Then I want to take this shortcut, and I want to drop it onto my desktop. Now I can close this. And I can take this shortcut, and now I can pin it to my taskbar. And I'm putting it right next to my processing application. Eventually, there's going to be another channel for processing. And you can keep this on your desktop, or you can get rid of it. Just going to get rid of it for right now. But anyways, so processing is a language that I use to interface my Arduino with my computer. I'm going to start developing another channel where I have game programming and processing. And we're going to build our own controllers and all kinds of neat stuff. So, but that's for another time. Maybe I'll put some bonus footage at the end of one of the videos and show you a little bit about processing. If you go to processing.org, which I believe there's a link in the previous video, you can read all about it. Okay, so let's go back to our instructions. Download, or actually I could just click Getting Started. It takes us to the same place. Windows. And now it tells us to connect the board. So let me start my external video so you can see us connecting the board. Okay, now this is an older board. It makes no difference. You just got to select the right board. It's all the pins are the same, and this one actually is very old because it's a 168 chip. But for what we're doing, that's fine. We don't need a 328 chip, which it just has more memory. So, anyways, I take my cable that we had discussed and I plug it into my Arduino board. Now, be careful here. Most of the Arduinos, they come with these rubber feet. I don't have the rubber feet on this one. That's so, you don't want to lay this down on a metal surface because, it will create bridges between all these points and, it could blow up your board. But actually, I have a rubber mat on this table, so I'm not overly concerned with that. So here's our Arduino, and I'm going to show you from the picture what all this stuff is and not from this particular video. Okay, so it tells us to plug our Arduino into our COM port, which we're going to do right now. I just did that, and device driver software was not successfully installed. Okay, so it worked exactly how it said it would work. Sorry, I just shut off the big video camera. It actually worked as advertised this time. So let's see what it says. Plug in your board. After a few moments, the process will fail, despite its best efforts. Click on the Start menu. Open the Control Panel. When the Control Panel, navigate System Security. Click. Okay, we'll do it. Control Panel. See, now, there's many ways to get to the Device Manager. I would normally come to Computer, and I would select Manage. And I'd get this, and I'd get Device Manager. And, I do COM ports. That's where they're taking us. But let's follow their instructions. Okay, so what do their instructions say? So let's close this. Actually, let's put it aside. Okay, the Control Panel, navigate to System and Security. Click Next on System. System and Security. Click Next on System. What do we got here? Once System window is up, open Device Manager. See what I mean? It's a longer way to get there, but you still get there. So we open up the Device Manager. Let's close the Control Panel. Under COM ports, which is right. Oh, actually, we have other devices. Now, in the Adafruit, it actually told us to look under other devices. Here it says look under COM ports, and we don't even have that here. So the Adafruit tutorial yesterday was actually correct. Look under other devices. I know this can be frustrating when the directions aren't exactly what you see, but that's life. Click under COM, choose Update Driver Software. Okay, so let's click him, and let's right-click, and let's Update Driver Software. Browse my computer. Navigate to the Arduino. So basically, we installed it off of C, Downloads, Arduino, and I think it's taken us to drivers. Yep. Drivers folder. And did it want us to go one more down? Finally, navigate to the Uno driver file name in the drivers folder. TV drivers. Okay, let's see what that is. Next. Windows was unable. Okay, let's see. I don't think it wanted us to go that far. Update the driver software. Browse. Browse. Let's go one up. Say OK. Next. Windows cannot find the driver software for your device. So let's see if we can find this file. Download Arduino. That just brings us back here. Okay, we have Fitty Trip drivers. Driver installation under Windows 7. I don't know if you saw what I did there. This is live troubleshooting, so I saw initially under the, I know I was clicking pretty fast, but under the drivers I saw the Arduino Mega INF, and so what I was actually looking for was, no, there was an Uno INF, but it didn't seem to want to take that, and I think that's maybe because my board isn't an Uno. So So basically, after that, what I did was I clicked down here, and I got installation guides. So when I double-clicked the installation guide, so under drivers, it should have taken that INF, and I don't know why it didn't. Let's just try it one more time before we go off on a tangent. Update driver. Browse my computer. There it is, drivers, browse. Include subfolders. If we're including subfolders, let's go up. Okay, and next. Nope. Okay. So let's do it this way. Windows 7 installation guide. So when I selected that installation guides, it actually took me here. And Windows 7 installation guide. Driver installation under Windows 7, version 1. Okay. Other devices. So it looks like we have to download it. Now, if you plugged in an Uno, you're probably not going to run into this issue. And like I said, this is the first time I've installed on this. So let's go back. Documents, let's go to drivers. Windows 7 64-bit, that's us. So that includes, actually, drivers are available for the following. So, which drivers do we want? There's available FTDI devices to work on the following operating systems. 2 types. COM port, that's what we want. PC. So let's go VCP drivers. We've got Windows. (64-bit). Save the file, and you know where I'm going to save this to we're going to go to the Arduino. We're going to go into drivers. I'm going to save it right, yeah, I'm going to save it right there. I'm going to open it up. Hate the way Windows 7 does that. There it is, and I'm going to take this MD64 I36 and actually I think I'll create a new directory. Just so I can keep them straight. 36. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Other devices, update driver software, browse my computer. We'll keep it there. It's supposed to search subdirectories. And there we go. Would you like to install the device software? Okay, so I didn't have the right driver for my old Arduino. So let's install this. Okay, USB serial converter. Close. Okay, USB serial device. Serial port. It should have found it. Yeah, we won't always trust. Okay, I don't know if it's... Okay, it doesn't require a reboot. There we go. We're on COM 3. Our Arduino is now on COM 3. Hopefully your installation won't be as troublesome as that. Hey guys, okay, I just thought I'd explain before we move on. You gotta forgive me, I have a cold. What happened with my installation was I did not have a COM port in this laptop. So what I believed I had to install was the virtual COM port drivers first. And then, if you notice, I had to click Update Drivers again, and then it installed the Arduino drivers for me. But since I installed the FTDI drivers, I should be all set for my FIDI cable as well. Anyways, I thought I'd do mention that to you anyways. Okay. Also, you know, you can get step-by-step screenshots for installing under Windows XP, and you know, this site is full of that, full of all kinds of stuff like that. So, I'm sure with a little effort and perseverance, you'll get it up and running, and be ready for our first. Be ready for our first Arduino tutorial. Yes, I promise the next one will we're going to do something. I thought the install was going to take 5 minutes and that we would just, you know, go right into it. Apparently that didn't happen. You know, the best laid plans of mice and men. And, but I also felt it important, instead of just cutting this out so that you didn't see any of that stuff, I felt it important for you guys to see, you know, what people go through getting this stuff installed. You know, it's not as simple as step 1, step 2, step 3. And sometimes you have to work at it a little. And that's what we did to get it installed on this laptop. Anyways, that's it. And as soon as I finish editing this video, I'm going to post it, and I'm going to actually begin the tutorial, so it should be up. If you're watching this video, it should be up the following day, at the latest, if it's not already up there.